Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. So now that the LEC regular season is over and we have kind of this break week, a whole week off before we get to the LEC playoffs, which are going to be 2 weeks from now actually, we can kind of look back on the regular season that was and take in some of the awesome moments, some of the cool teams, some of the cool players, some of the new stars that kind of had some showing out parties during the LEC. And obviously one of the guys I want to talk about, as you can see on the screen here, is Adam up in the top lane for Fnatic, because this was a guy who was kind of well known in the European regional leagues, obviously, coming up, just being able to even be on Fnatic's radar in the first place. But in between this weird offseason between spring and summer, Fnatic was reportedly considering two players. They were deciding between SLT and deciding between Adam, and obviously going with Adam, having the kind of surprisingly good summer split that Fnatic had, and just thinking what could have been if things went differently, and looking back at how things turned out, I think is kind of interesting. And Adam is a very, very exciting player for Fnatic now going forward into the future. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video today, so definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm, if you guys want to get more exclusive bonus content from me every single week. With that being said, let's get right into this. So why I wanted to talk about this in the first place, you know, the age-old saying. I was scrolling through Twitter. I came across this tweet from Express LOL, who posted the players with the most solo bolos in the LEC summer regular season. Treats with 6, Reckless with 6, which is kind of interesting to see a jungler and an AD carry on this list. You know, junglers don't usually get a whole lot of solo kills. AD carries don't usually get a whole lot of solo kills. Junglers are usually making plays with their laners. AD carries are usually making plays with at least their support, if not the 5-man bots and stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting. Really standout splits from both Treats and Reckless. Then you have some mid laners, Caps and Niski. They're two really good players, you know, that's not very surprising. But number one, with almost double the solo kills of second place, is Adam in the top lane for Fnatic with 15 solo kills. What do they play in the regular season? 18 games. This man had almost a solo kill a game. That is absolutely crazy. That is absolutely insane. Now, did Adam have this insane split? No, absolutely not. He was a rookie. He definitely had mistakes. He definitely had costly moments. He definitely, disappointed at times. He definitely underperformed at times. But for a rookie to be coming in and even showing the promise, the talent, the potential of getting 15 solo kills in a single split in a single season is very, very interesting. It seems that he fits in with the Fnatic playstyle extremely well of Whippo, Hylissang, guys like this who are just constantly playing balls to the wall, constantly going for crazy plays, constantly going for kills. And yes, this will lead for a lot of kills. It will lead for a lot of solo bolos, but it will also lead for a lot of deaths, a lot of crazy moments. But buying into this team atmosphere, buying into this game plan has been a really, really awesome thing for Adam. And he has shown he belongs in the LEC. He has shown he has potential in the future. And he has shown at the very least that he can play on a winning team in the LEC. You know, Fnatic had a good season. Yeah, they ended up finishing 5th or something, but they had a very, very good record. I think like a 67% win rate or something like that. And they're just 1 game back of second place and 2 games back of first place in the LEC, with a rookie top laner going up against teams like Rogue and G2 and Mad Lions. I mean, this was a very, very good regular season. Now it will be very, very interesting to see what Adam and Fnatic are able to do into the playoffs. They're in a very, very tough spot starting out in that lower bracket, and they have a rookie top laner going into the playoffs as well, and I think this is kind of interesting. But when we do look back at kind of the season as a whole and look at some of the stats and stuff, I do think Adam actually has a lot of promising things going on. I think Fnatic should be very, very happy with their decision, not only to go with Adam over SLT in the top lane, but also to lock up Adam in the long term, to move on from Whippo in the top lane to go get a young asset, which I think is pretty interesting. If we take a look at some of the stats, some of the stuff that's maybe a little bit on the concerning side is Adam did actually have a pretty low KDA. I believe when you sort by KDA, I don't know why it won't go. He was actually towards the bottom. The guys below him are Broken Blade, Genax, and SLT. You look at their win rates, 17%, 28%, 44%. Adam played on a winning team and still kind of had a low KDA, which is a little bit concerning. Overall, he had 62 kills, 62 deaths. I believe he led the league in deaths for top laners, which is good and bad. It shows he's not afraid to die. It shows he's not afraid to make mistakes. It shows that he is doing, I know it's kind of like a meme, but he is doing some of that limit testing to see what he can pull off. And he's not afraid to make a big mistake, which I think is honestly a big hurdle that a lot of young new players are not able to get over. And Adam was able to do that. He did not care if he made mistakes, and he tried to make big plays. He tried to have big moments. He tried to win games for his team. And some of that probably comes from his own play, but some of that also comes from, Bwipo is the guy on the team probably teaching him a lot about top lane, probably showing him what it takes to be a top laner in the LEC, what it takes to be a professional player in general. So getting some of that mindset from them, I mean, you can definitely see how this team did rub off on him a little bit. But some of the good stuff. First blood percentage. He led all of the LEC top laners in first blood percentage, 33%. That is absolutely insane. His lane stats weren't good. Bottom half in terms of gold differential at 10, dead last in XP differential at 10. As far as CSD differential at 10, he's also towards the bottom. But he did have some good things. Damage per minute, very, very high. Third highest damage per minute, which I think is very, very good. Obviously, you love to see that out of players. He's right up there with Wonder, Arma, Hyrit, who had really, really good summer splits. These guys were very, very good, and Adam is in the mix with them. Now, again, this is just the regular season, so I don't want to read into this too much, but again, as a rookie player playing in the LEC, this is a very, very good sign. Also, another reason why I think this is so good for Fnatic is top lane is really been a historically weak position in the LEC. There's tons of awesome AD carries, even tons of awesome mid laners, junglers, supports. Not a ton of historically awesome top laners in the LEC, especially as of late. So to be able to get a young, good top laner with potential, have him locked up for multiple years for cheap, is honestly a very, very good asset. And if Adam can keep developing, if he can build off of this good split, have a good showing in summer playoffs, maybe make it to Worlds, maybe not, who knows, but either way, be able to ride that momentum into next year, that could be a very, very big move, not only obviously for the future of Adam, but for the future of Fnatic. And if he can be part of bring Fnatic back up to the glory that they want, back to the position where they want to be, competing for LEC titles and competing for, world spots and MSI and stuff, something they were not doing at all last split without him, that could be very, very big for him and big for the LEC as a whole as well, because Fnatic is a huge brand, a huge team. And whether you like Fnatic or don't, the LEC is better when Fnatic is good. Viewership is going to be higher. League of Legends in Europe is going to be more popular. More people are going to care about what is going on. And I think that is very, very interesting. And I think Adam has a chance to be one of the next faces of the LEC, one of the next kind of generation of players coming in, which is what you need, because players are always going to get older, players are always going to retire, players are always going to be becoming washed up, and you need that next generation of talent. And Adam's not there yet after just one split, but he's definitely showing some potential. He's definitely showing some signs of life. Again, he has things to work on. Absolutely. His laning needs to get better. He needs to stop dying as much, but he's also doing some very, very impressive things for such a young, inexperienced kid in the LEC, playing up against some of the best players in the world. I mean, he's going up against Wonder. He's going up against Odo. He's going up against BB. These guys are, at times in their careers have been absolutely world class. Maybe you don't think they are right now, but even the other players in the LEC, you're not only playing against top laner and stuff. Adam has been very, very good. I think this is very, very promising. And again, I think this was a great move by Fnatic, and I'm excited to see what both Adam and Fnatic can do going forward into the future. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I'd appreciate it so, so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Adam? Do you think he has a chance to become a superstar? Do you think he's just going to be good? Do you think he's going to be bad? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm. Hopefully, catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.